Welcome back to your CFNE Weekly Update Show. I'm your CFNE Vibe Officer, Heather Bergeron. It brings me a greater than mild amount of pleasure to inform you that yet again, the universe has sprinkled some karma among us after Rob gave me hell last week for going on a family vacation and missing a couple of our update shows. Yes, that's right. Seems that my little co-host, Rob Delanders, has come down with what I can only imagine is a hygiene-related, likely sexually transmitted disease, which I would assume must be transmitted independently by subway mice. In an effort to keep our entire community safe, I asked him to refrain from entering our home, which happens to be where we film the show, and remain in quarantine until he can provide us with a negative pregnancy test. However, I've managed to pull together some delicious eye candy for you with a very special guest host, Sean Ramsey. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Thanks, Heather. It's my pleasure to join you today. And if we're being Steve Jobs level transparent, I'll admit that I may have played a part in something non-hygienic showing up in some of Rob's intimate apparel in the men's locker room.
Wow. That's not really what Steve Jobs was like at all. And that's certainly not the direction I was heading with Rob's hygiene disease, but I kind of respect the way you think. So, Sean, why don't you kick it off with a CFNE renovation update?
Last week, we saw the demo begin on what was formerly known as the DJ booth, or the corner room behind the gym speaker. Remembering that we film this on Wednesdays, and anything we report here may or may not actually be true, that corner should be cleaned up by now, and there should be a new hallway leading to the bathrooms.
Scheduled to happen by the end of this week, we'll see a wall dividing the front of the gym from the back, and taking down the beehive walls to create one enormous training room for our new class space, running from the newly renovated office space all the way to the benchmark leaderboards.
Wow, now that's big.
That's what she said.
That's what he said.
I love you so much for saying that.
Okie dokie, up next is an announcement of our February Committed Club.
Drums, please!
Yes, we have 7 members logging 22 or more days last month, with 1 member, Jamie Davidson, attending CFNE every single day of that month.
That's right, Sean. Now, normally we set the cutoff at 25 days, but for shorter months having only 28 days, we like to lower the bar so it doesn't look like our attendance is dropping and giving the impression that we're getting run under by Globo gyms like Lifetime Fitness that let you believe you're working at high intensity when in fact you're hanging out on the yes-no machine a lot too long, which is actually just a gynecologist's exam table turned exercise machine.
St. Patrick's Day is this Thursday. This year, we'll be running a St. Patrick's Day costume contest. There are no guidelines, no rules, and no one here to judge you for being totally offensive, totally inappropriate, or totally immature.
Yeah, Sean, we're not here to limit you in any way. You march in here with whatever you want to wear or not wear, and we'll reward you with a welcome warmer than the inside of the CFNE sauna that none of us are currently allowed to use.
Which may or may not be my fault. Moving along, front desk Jamie is pulling together the first ever CFNE ski field trip at Wachusett Mountain this Saturday, March 19th. We will have a sign-up sheet at the front desk so he can coordinate a meeting spot, a time for après-ski, and a text thread so skiers can send photos of what they look like with a helmet and ski gear on or off at the mountain.
The 2022 CrossFit Open season wraps up tonight. For those of you new to the CrossFit Games season, the next stage is the quarterfinals, which the top 10% from each category in each region advance to. Let's hope Chandler Smith keeps a safe distance from now diseased Rob Delanders and doesn't contract anything from him that might put his competition season at risk.
I know tons and tons of people who have herpes. I have it myself. That's what it is.
I've never seen a herpes on you.
Because it's on my genitals, genius.
You have a penis?
Speaking of STDs, our CFNE Marathon Monday Social is coming up on April 18th. We'll be setting up 26 rowers right on the marathon route in front of Fresh Cafe in Natick. Teams of 3 will begin at 9:30 a.m. and row 26.2 miles as the runners pass by right in front of them. Fresh Cafe will be selling grab-and-go food and coffee, and will have live music, and will be raising money to support one of our favorite CFNE members, Dima, whose family and friends are unfortunately still back in Ukraine.
For $20, you'll be contributing to this fundraising effort and receiving an event t-shirt that you'll be able to wear on Red Shirt Fridays. However, just know that there will be a deadline for registering if you'd like to receive a t-shirt. So sign up early for this one, or even just contribute to this effort and get some cool new merch.
We have some very exciting news. The Naughty Nooners class is coming back starting Monday, April 4th. Wait, Heather, didn't you used to teach that class? I mean, coach that class?
Yeah. Yeah.
But something happened, right? Like, didn't you get fired? Didn't it involve stripper poles or ropes or something?
Yes. So this seems like a good time to wrap things up. CFNE, have a beautiful rest of your week, and remember, you're always an ambassador of CFNE as you remain humble, hungry, and happy. Even when you walk back to your workout spot with 35 poker chips, like you believe in yourself that much that there's any chance in hell that you're gonna get 35 rounds of an AMRAP 20. And then you need to gather the 35 pieces of your shattered ego from the ground when you end up doing 9 rounds plus 30 reps. Well, that's it for us. We'll see you next week.